Hello. I'm just coming on. There we go. It found me. Hello, Samantha. First to comment today. Hello, 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 hello. Hi, Joe. Hi, Natalie and Star. Good evening, guys. Hi, Kate and Amy. Hello. Hi, Karen, Jessie, Jade. Okay, so I'm just setting up the everything. Okay, so if I come back to here, perfect, I'm back, I believe. Let the comments just load. I'm fine, thank you. How is everybody doing? I'm really well. I've caught up on a lot of sleep so I'm feeling a lot better. I'm still going to be probably yawning, but I'm feeling a lot better. How is everybody? Hello, 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 hello. Oh wow, Leanne, bless you. Thank you for the stars. Penny, Tammy, Sophie, Wendy, Jill. Hi, Gail and Sarah. Livia, Irene. Not a problem, Lisa. Well, thank you for joining. Hi, Rachel. Anne, hello. I look so tired and Sunday. I know, I was. It's like I didn't sleep all weekend. Like I say, I'm still going to be probably yawning because that's just apparently what I do. But no, I do feel a lot better. I definitely caught up on my sleep. So yes. So updates. We do have a few updates. We have a new section on the website. So if you go on to categories, then go down to bracelets and anklets. In there you will see themed bracelets. Now the themed bracelets are going to be ready-made bracelets in colour themes of yeah, different things. So that will keep being topped up as and when they get made, and if one does get sold out, it will be replaced, but it's not an instant thing, because obviously it does need to be made. I will try and make it so I can have a few ready, but at the moment there's just a few of each one available. Other than that, I think that's all the updates for now. I think that is everything. Let me just pop this over here. Then what we'll do is we'll start for the evening. So if you have ordered, the order lists have been posted on the Pearls of Brecon page, so hopefully you found about whereabouts you are there. And if you would like to order, you'll be booking in for Friday and after. So that's Friday the 30th, this Friday coming and after. Also, this Friday is the last of our Easter wall, which is available. Let me just have a look to see how many are left, because I know that they were going down. So it's the last. The Easter wall is tonight and Friday, then there'll be no more. So there's 9 left. If you would like to grab one, there is 9 available. Okay, so let me come back to you. Okay, so up, shall we start for today? Up first, oh Janet, bless you, thank you for the stars, is I'm looking for Millie, who's with Leanne Hobbs. Leanne Hobbs and Millie, are you here? Oh, bless you, Bethany. Well, it sounds like you reacted very, very fast and did everything correctly. Stephanie, thank you for the stars. So I'm looking for Leanne Hobbs and Caroline, thank you for the stars as well. Leanne, you're there. Hello, with Millie as well. Hello, Millie. Now, I believe, Millie, that it's somebody's birthday. So, happy birthday from us. I also would like to say you have 3 oysters to open. What 3 oysters would you like? And would you like to keep, or would you like to donate your shells? And I've left the mystery oysters just behind me, so if it's mystery, I'm just going to have to grab them. I don't know why, oh, and I've left a squash there. Very, very prepared am I today. In fact, I'm just going to grab the mystery oysters. I'm just going to put you down though for a second, just so I can grab them. Okay, and I'm back. There we go. Can you keep the shells and mystery? Of course you can. Now, is there a certain colour that you're hoping for? So let me grab you 3 mystery oysters. 1, 2, and 3. Let me get these open. Are there certain colours that you're hoping for? One, 2, and 3. Okay, so let's go down. Mystery oyster number 1. We have a lighter pop there. And in here, I can see straight away that we have a darker pearl in there, hoping for pinks. Okay, so we have a dark pearl there. There's no more in that one, so let me just clean these shells, excuse me, clean these shells off for you, and then we'll have a close look to see what colour that is. Okay, so to start with, you have a darker, almost black, so darker gunmetal grey, almost black there. Then moving on to oyster number 2, which again is your mystery oyster. And we have a deep pop there. And in here, you have a blue. You have a TARDIS blue. Elizabeth, bless you. Thank you for the stars. There's no more in that one. So you've got a darker gunmetal, almost black. And then you've got a TARDIS blue. And again, we're just cleaning the shells up as we go. Joanne, thank you for the stars. Then moving to your last oyster, Millie. And in here we have a soft pop there. And in here you are twinning, and you're twinning with light purple twins. Now one does look slightly darker than the other. And again, let me just take the flesh off here for you. Now you said you were hoping for pinks, so if you would like to swap any of your colours, I can do that for you. And of course, if we're happy with these ones, that's perfect as well. I'll just need to know which one you'd like on your jewellery. So you've got that darker gunmetal grey, the TARDIS blue, and the lighter and the darker purple twins. Leanne, thank you for the stars as well. So here they are in the sand. And if I pop them on the board for you, the gunmetal grey is not a 5, not a 5.5, not a 6, not a 6.5, he's a 7. The TARDIS blue's not a 5, not a 5.5, not a 6, not a 6.5, not a 7, he's a 7.5. Then the light purple's not a 5, not a 5.5, not a 6, not a 6.5, not a 7, not a 7.5, not an 8. He's an 8.5, and the darker purple's not a 5, not a 5.5, not a 6, not a 6.5, not a 7, not a 7.5, not an 8. He's an 8.5 as well. What do you think to these? If you're happy, which ones would you like on the jewellery? And of course, if you're not happy, I can swap them for you. Yeah, the money from the stars, it does get reinvested into the business, whether that be in equipment, in more jewellery, yeah, it's just reinvested into whatever the business needs. That's right, Jules, exactly. All the little extras that I can do, that goes a long way, so I do thank everybody. Not a problem, Sally. Hello. So Leanne, what do we think to these colours? Can we swap the darker grey and blue for pink and a purple? Of course you can. Let me just grab the swap pot. There we go. So a pink and a purple. And which one would you like on your jewellery, my lovely? Oh. Oh, that's quite a nice bright pink there. So I've gone for bright hot pink, purple, and then you've got that light purple and slightly darker purple as well. If I hold them up so you can see, if those, oh, pink on the jewellery. Oh, and I've just seen you also have a 4 pearl oyster. I'm ever so sorry. So you've had the 3 oysters, and you also have a 4 pearl oyster as well. If that's the case, guys, if I don't see, please shout at me, but we'll do that now for you. I do apologise. Let me get him open. So I'll measure the hot pink in just a moment as well. Your 4 pearl oyster, it's just because it's in a different place on the form, so I don't always see it. I do, but let's get him open for you. So let's go down. so your 4 pearl oyster, there's one side and the other side, and you have 1, 2, 3 and 4 quadding. And there's no more in that one. Now let me just clean these shells up for you, then we'll go through those colours as well. Now again, if you're not happy with these colours, you can swap them if you wanted to. You have a grape purple, a black cherry, a blush pink, and a two-tonal blue and pinky purple. If you can see that there, pinky purple and blue. Okay, so what do you think to these ones as well? And of course, if you're happy with these, that's perfect. If you're not happy, I can swap them for you. So from on the second line, you've got that grape purple, black cherry, blush pink, and two-tonal pink and blue. If I pop them on the board for you, the pink and blue is not a 5, not a 5.5, not a 6, not a 6.5. He's a 7. The pink is not a 5, not a 5.5, not a 6, not a 6.5, not a 7. He's a 7.5. The black cherry is not a 5, not a 5.5, not a 6, not a 6.5. He's a 7. And the grape purple is not a 5, not a 5.5, not a 6, not a 6.5, not a 7. He's a 7.5. And then the hot pink is not a 5, not a 5.5, not a 6, not a 6.5, not a 7, not a 7.5, not an 8. He's an 8.5, and your purple is not a 5, not a 5.5, not a 6, not a 6.5, not a 7. He's a 7.5. Okay, so what do you think to those as well? A teal colour. Let me have a look and grab, so take the black cherry away. Now the closest I've got to a teal would be a deep, would be one of these like deeper icy blues. So if I hold this up, would this one be okay? That one there be okay? I'm just wrapping up your shells for you as well. Thank you so much, they're all lovely. Perfect. Well, I hope you and Millie, I hope you'll both be happy with everything once it arrives. I'm just popping these in here for you. Okay, and I've wrapped up your shells as well. So I hope you'll be happy with everything, my lovely. And that's safe over there for you. Perfect. And up next then this evening is Josephine Trophy. Josephine 33, are you here? Josephine, hello. I'm sorry if I mispronounced your name incorrectly there, but to start with, Torpy. Oh, I'm completely out. Josephine, I'm ever so sorry. Torpy. I'm ever so sorry if I know I am mispronouncing it, but I'm not sure how to correct myself. But you're here. Hello, hello, hello. Please don't take offence to that. I'm not very good at reading names. So it is me completely. Now I have a message for you to start with. Oh, bless you. Thank you for understanding. So I'm going to read the message for you as it's written here. Okay. So it says, "Hey, my big sis. It's been a while since we've saw each other, but I wanted to let you know that I am so proud of you. You are a strong, powerful woman who can take everything in her stride. I'm so proud of everything you've accomplished in your life, most of all Pips. She is an amazing child and I love her so much. I can't wait to meet the next addition to your family, to our family. Love you to the next universe and back, Sam." I'll read it one more time. "Hey, my big sis. It's been a while since we saw each other, but I wanted to let you know that I'm so proud of you. You are a strong, powerful woman who can take everything in her stride. I'm so proud of everything you've accomplished in your life, most of all Pips. She's an amazing child and I love her so much. I can't wait to meet the next addition to your family, to our family. Love you to the next universe and back, Sam." And also Sam has requested that I show you the item of jewellery. So it's called the Hand by Hand Cage Pendant. So if I show you here, so it's got the large hand holding the little hand. So the little hand is holding the thumb and finger of the large hand. That's encircled by a heart with zircon crystals around the outside there. So I hope you're happy with that one as well. Yep, I've got the 471 here as well. That's not a problem. Okay, so if we do your oyster opening first, if that's okay, it means that you have one opening altogether. What type of oyster would you like, and would you like to keep or would you like to donate your shells? Mystery, keep the shells please, as you don't have one. Of course you can, that's absolutely fine. So your mystery oyster and in here. Okay, so let's go down. So we have a softer pop there. Oh, the shell has come away slightly. There we go. Oh, okay, so what colour are you hoping for? I don't know if you can answer. You have a purple. Let me have a squidge. And there's no more in that one. I'm just going to clean your shells off for you, and then we'll hold that purple up, and you can let me know if you're happy to keep this purple or if you would like to swap the purple for a different colour. Is it the perfect colour? Here is the purple. To confirm, Josephine, are you happy to keep this one? Yay! Let me pop him on the board. He's not a 5, not a 5.5, not a 6, not a 6.5, not a 7. He's a 7.5. I'm glad you're happy with that one. You also then, Samantha has got you a oyster off the wall as well. So, which number would you like? And would you like to keep, or would you like to donate your shells? And donate the shells. Okay. So oyster number 10. There's nothing on the back there. And let me get this one open. Okay, so let's go down. Your oyster number 10. There's one side and the other side, and in here you are quadding 1, 2, 3 and 4, and there's no more in that one. So you have 4 pearls in the one oyster here. Now I'm just gonna, oh, we're donating the shells, aren't we? Well, I've cleaned them off now anyway, so that's fine. Now let me dry these up for you. You have a coral, a watermelon, a apple green and a lemon yellow. Let me hold them up so you can see. Coral, watermelon, apple green and yellow. If I pop them on the board for you as well. So the coral is not a 5, not a 5.5, not a 6, not a 6.5, he's a 7. The watermelon's not a 5, not a 5.5, not a 6, not a 6.5, not a 7, not a 7.5, he's an 8. The apple green's not a 5, not a 5.5, not a 6, not a 6.5, he's a 7. And the lemon yellow's not a 5, not a 5.5, not a 6, not a 6.5, he's a 7 as well. Now that comes with a cage pendant dip. So what's going to happen now, can you ask if I don't think she can see your messages? Okay, so what does purple mean, Josephine? So Samantha wanted to know, you've got I'm guessing it was pink for pink, blue for boy. Please don't go anywhere, I need to ask you something. It was a girl. Congratulations. So purple is the perfect colour. Oh, congratulations. Clean and dry and put in my bag. I forgot. Thank you. Woohoo! Congratulations. It's one of your fave colours. Oh, I love that. So purple's your fave colours as well. Love that, love that, love that. Diving in for your cage pendant dip. I'm all of a fluster. So diving in here. Okay, so we have the pod pendant. She's just keeping you on your toes, Samantha. Okay, so you've got the pod pendant. So this one is overall a dolphin, okay, and you can see the pearl behind the dolphin. However, you can see that there's two smaller dolphins inside that overall dolphin. So it's the pod pendant because dolphins travel in pods. So you've got the larger, say, mummy dolphin and the two smaller baby dolphins on the inside there. Now you get to stick with this one and keep this one, or you get to twist. Only once you get to twist, and it's risk it for a twist it, twist it even. What would you like to do? Would you like to keep this one, or would you like to twist it? Stick with that one. Perfect. So that is yours, along with all of your pearls as well. Josephine, I do hope you'll be happy with everything from my end. And congratulations again. I hope your pregnancy goes as smooth as it possibly can. Let me wrap up these shells as well. Let me pop your name on here. Okay, so like I say, I hope you'll be happy with everything, my lovely. And that's safe over there for you. What's behind me? Here? Do you mean on the board? No, very welcome from my end, my lovely. Okay, so up next then is Theresa Spears. Sorry, Theresa Spears, are you here? Oh, these, so with the eggs, if there's a sticker on the back of those, you get an extra gift. You then get to pick 1, 2 or 3, 1, 2 or 3 for your extra gift. So it's just a little bonus there that I've thrown in. Theresa, hello. Can you have number 14 and donate? Of course you can. Let me grab this for you. So number 14, and speaking of stickers, you have a sticker on the back of this one, which means you get a bonus gift. So would you like bunny number 1, 2 or 3, or chick number 1, 2 or 3? Which extra gift would you like? bunny number 2. Okay, so bunny number 2, let's get him open. Now I can see here that you have a pendant. Now this pendant is made with a bridal white pearl. I made a few of these. I'm almost now fully sold out on them. However, let me show you your bonus item. You have this bridal white pearl, and it's on like a flower, but it's got zircon crystals in the petals of the flower there. Now can you confirm, would you be happy with this on the same length and style chain that you've picked for your cage pendant dip? Note the eggs are fully sold out for today. And let's go down for number 14. Yes, please, for the same length and style chain. Perfect, thank you. So with your oyster, let's get him open. There's one side and the other side. And in here you have a pinkle. So again, I'm just going to have a squidge, and there's no more in that one. You have a pinkle, my lovely. So a pinkle is a mix between a pink and a purple. Let me hold him up so you can have a closer look. And then on the board for you. He is not a 5, not a 5.5, not a 6, not a 6.5. He is a 7. Okay, so diving in for your cage pendant dip with that, Theresa. I hope you're happy with the colour. And you have one of our Easter pendants. Thank you. You have one of our Easter pendants. So it is the Stars Easter Egg Cage Pendant. Let me just pop him on here for you as well. Now this cage pendant can normally hold 2 pearls. Thank you, Bab. So you may not be able to see the pearl there. You can see it's through the stars at the bottom. And then if you had 2 pearls in there, you can then see them through the other stars as well. Now it's got red enamel on this one, and it's the same red coating all the way around, and the designs on the front and back. Now Theresa, would you like to stick or would you like to twist with this one? Thank you, Joanne. I've been practicing. Twist, please. Okay, so diving in for your twist. And in, I'm going to have to put them both back because I saw them both now. I thought I had one. So I've put them both back. Okay, so you have the Celebration Cage Pendant. Your Celebration Cage Pendant can also hold multiple pearls. So if you have any loose at home, or if you get any in the future, you can add and of course swap and change around the pearls in here. Let me hold him up so you can have a closer look. So with the Celebration Cage Pendant, You've got your bow at the front there, which has got a zircon crystal to him, and then you've got cutouts of hearts going around the side there. And then you can see your pearl there. You can then have an additional pearl on top of him if you wanted to. I hope you're happy with that one. And then your bonus prize as well. And Theresa, no, you're very welcome. Thank you for the donations with your shells. And I hope then you'll be happy with everything once it arrives. And I've popped that safe over there for you. Okay, and up next this evening is Janet Lloyd. Janet, are you here? Janet Lloyd, are you here? Mystery and donate, perfect. Yes, Aaron is fine. He's had to have some stitches on his neck, which is why he's got the little dressing over it, but he's absolutely fine. Yeah. So let me just count these up for you, Janet. You'd like mystery and to donate your shells. 10 altogether then. So let's dive in. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. Okay, so I'm just going to get these all open for you. Now, Janet, are there certain colours that you're hoping for at all? The ones on the board have been fully sold out for today, and we're actually fully booked today as well. If you would like to order, you can book in for Friday. That's this Friday, Friday the 30th. That's the next time we are live. Not sure on the colours, we're just going to see what comes out, okay, and hopefully you'll be happy with them. Okay, so that's all of them open there. And let's go down. Janet, oyster number 1. A light pop there. And in your first oyster, there is your mother of pearl. And I can see straight away that you have 1, 2, and 3. And there's no more in that one. You have triples with your first oyster there. I may run out of sand here, Janet. So we may have to do it in sections. With your first oyster, you've got a two-tonal pinkle, so it's lighter and brighter as you go around the pearl there with your two-tonal pinkle. Then you have a bright hot pink, and then have a sea green, so quite nice bright coloured triples there. Moving on to oyster number 2, which again is your mystery oyster. We have a deeper pop there, and in here there is your mother of pearl, and straight away again I can see 1, 2 and 3, and let me just have a squidge in here, and there's no more in that one. Lisa, bless you, thank you for the stars. And let me just dry these up for you. So you have a TARDIS blue, a icy blue, and a autumn peach. Then moving on to your next oyster, we have a deep pop there, and you have 2 runaways. They went either way there, 1 and 2, so there's none on that side. And I can actually see that you have got another one there, and let me just have a squidge. You have triples for a 3rd time in a row. And again, let me just dry these up for you. Okay, so in here you have a darker gunmetal grey. Michelle, thank you for the stars. You have a two-tonal gold and silver. How cool is that? Gold and silver. You then have another pinkle, again slightly two-tonal with the lighter and the brighter areas there. Then moving on to your next oyster, we have a lighter pop there, there's your mother of pearl, and I can see 1 and 2 and 3. You have triples for a 4th time. This is they are more common recently actually. In our latest delivery they are, yeah. And actually these ones here are similar to our first triple colours. You have a hot pink, a two-tonal pinkle, and a darker sea green there, but it is still a sea green. Moving on, we might do 5 and 5 if that's okay. So 1, 2, 3, 4. If we do one more, then I'll go through the pearls for you, Janet. What I'm going to suggest is if you can take a screenshot, and then that way you can email me with your colour choices and which ones you'd like where, and if you have any swaps, because 1, 2 and 3, you have triples for a 5th time. Wow, 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 wow. Okay, so you have, oh, again actually similar colours. You've got lots of pinkles in this though. Now I'm going to hold these here. If you would like to take a screenshot of these, Janet, and then I can go through them for you. So you've got a pinkle, hot pink, sea green, autumn peach, icy blue, TARDIS blue, gunmetal grey, gold and silver, pinkle, sea green, pinkle, hot pink, pinkle, gold, gunmetal grey. If I pop them on the board for you, are you ready? Your sea green is not a 5, not a 5.5, not a 6, not a 6.5, not a 7, not a 7.5, he's an 8. Your hot pink is not a 5, not a 5.5, not a 6, not a 6.5, not a 7, not a 7.5, he's an 8. And your pinkle, which is the two-tonal one, is not a 5, not a 5.5, not a 6, not a 6.5, he's not a 7, he's a 7.5. Moving on to your autumn peach, he's not a 5, not a 5.5, not a 6, not a 6.5, not a 7, he's a 7.5. And your icy blue is not a 5, not a 5.5, not a 6, not a 6.5, not a 7, he's a 7.5. Your TARDIS blue is not a 5, not a 5.5, not a 6, not a 6.5, not a 7, not a 7.5, he's an 8. The pinkle is not a 5, not a 5.5, not a 6, not a 6.5, not a 7, he's a 7.5. And then the gold and silver is not a 5, not a 5.5, not a 6, not a 6.5, not a 7, he's a 7.5. The gunmetal grey is not a 5, not a 5.5, not a 6, not a 6.5, not a 7, not a 7.5, not an 8, he's an 8.5. Your sea green is not a 5, not a 5.5, not a 6, not a 6.5, not a 7, not a 7.5, not an 8, he's an 8.5. Your pinkle is not a 5, not a 5.5, not a 6, not a 6.5, not a 7, not a 7.5, not an 8, he's an 8.5. And your hot pink is not a 5, not a 5.5, not a 6, not a 6.5, not a 7, not a 7.5, not an 8, he's an 8.5 as well. Your gunmetal grey is not a 5, not a 5.5, not a 6, not a 6.5, not a 7, not a 7.5, not an 8, he's an 8.5. Your gold is not a 5, not a 5.5, not a 6, not a 6.5, not a 7, not a 7.5, he's an 8. And last but not least, your pinkle is not a 5, not a 5.5, not a 6, not a 6.5, not a 7, not a 7.5, he is an 8. Okay, so that's your first set of pearls there. Hopefully you've grabbed that screenshot there, Janet. Now I'm just going to pop them do we want them in separate bags just until you've told me which ones you'd like where? That way when you send me the screenshot I'll be able to know which pearls you mean. And don't worry guys, these bags are reused. If you can see, you've got all the staple holes in them from where I take them off the paper, and they do get reused. So yes, don't worry about that. Right, moving on to your next set of 5 oysters then, Janet. So your next one, now this one is just a bit of a clapper. That just means it's slightly open. I can just get the knife in there without having to hop him. So straight away in here I can see a peeper down the bottom, and you're twinning. And there's no more in that one. So you're twinning with, now these are I'm gonna say these are lighter purples. So twinning with lighter purples there. Now they are slightly two-tonal. Then moving on to your next oyster, we have a deeper pop there. And in here, there's your mother of pearl. And I can see straight away that you've got 2, so twinning 1 and 2. But again, I'm just going to have a squidge. And there's no more in that one. And you are twinning with quite larger, darker pearls there. I'm gonna say that they are blacks, twinning blacks there. Moving on to your next oyster, light pop there. And in here, there's your mother of pearl. Now I can see that you have 1, 2 and 3. You have triples again there. There's no more in that one. Okay, so we have a coral, a chocolate and a sea green, and then still 2 oysters to go. So moving on to your next one, deep pop there. And you have triples again, 1, 2 and 3. I mean, I keep saying triples, but then I do like to have a squidge. And there's no more in that one. She has got a lucky bunch. So you've got a gold, a pinkle, and a darker gunmetal grey. And then moving on to your last oyster, we have a light pop there. And you're ending with a quadding oyster. 1 and 2 down here, 3 and 4. Ending with a quadding. You didn't actually get a single oyster there, Janet, at all. It's been twins, quads and triples there. Oh my gosh. Okay, so you've got a TARDIS blue, a two-tonal purple, so he's got lighter and darker purple as you go around there. You've got a brighter coral, and why not end with another pinkle? So Janet, I'm going to hold these up again if you'd like to take a screenshot here. And if I pop these on the board as well. So the purple twins, twin number 1 is not a 5, not a 5.5, not a 6, not a 6.5, not a 7, he's a 7.5. Purple number 2 is not a 5, not a 5.5, not a 6, not a 6.5, not a 7, he's a 7.5. They're the same size there. Black twin number 1 is not a 5, not a 5.5, not a 6, not a 6.5, not a 7, not a 7.5, not an 8, he's an 8.5. And number 2 is not a 5, not a 5.5, not a 6, not a 6.5, not a 7, not a 7.5, not an 8, he's an 8.5 as well. With your triple, the sea green is not a 5, not a 5.5, not a 6, not a 6.5, not a 7, he's a 7.5. The chocolate is not a 5, not a 5.5, not a 6, not a 6.5, not a 7, he's a 7.5. And your coral's not a 5, not a 5.5, not a 6, not a 6.5, not a 7, he's a 7, sorry. Then your darker silver is not a 5, not a 5.5, not a 6, not a 6.5, not a 7, not a 7.5, not an 8, he's an 8.5. Your pinkle is not a 5, not a 5.5, not a 6, not a 6.5, not a 7, not a 7.5, he's an 8. And your gold is not a 5, not a 5.5, not a 6, not a 6.5, not a 7, he's a 7.5. Ending with your quad, your TARDIS blue is not a 5, not a 5.5, not a 6, not a 6.5, not a 7, not a 7.5, he is an 8. Two-tonal purple is not a 5, not a 5.5, not a 6, not a 6.5, not a 7, he's a 7.5. Your coral is not a 5, not a 5.5, not a 6, not a 6.5, not a 7, not a 7.5, he's an 8. And your pinkle is not a 5, not a 5.5, not a 6, not a 6.5, not a 7, he's a 7.5. Janet, are you happy with all of those? Again, I'm just going to pop your the multiple pearls that they came out with in a separate bag, and that way when you email me to let me know which ones you'd like where, I know which oyster and which pearl even you're referring to. And then of course when they get sent to you, you'll email me your choices. Perfect, Janet. Well, I'm glad you're happy. Please include the order number as well when you do pop me that email over, so that way I can allocate your email to the correct order forms. Okay. Right, let me just pop these all on here. Thank you as well for the donations with your shells. Okay, and that's safe over there for you. Perfect. I hope you'll be happy with everything once it arrives. Oh, bless you, Anne. Thank you for the stars. Okay, and up next is Beverly White. Beverly, are you here? Beverly, hello. You have a oyster off the wall. You'd like number 7 and donate. Perfect. Okay, so number 7 also has a sticker, my lovely. You have that bonus prize there with number 7, which means you get to pick bunny number 1 or 3, or chick number 1, 2 or 3. Which bonus item would you like? Chicken number 3. Okay, so let's get him open for you. And in here you have some earrings, and these are 925 silver stud back earrings with Swarovski crystal platinum colour. I can't say that word, I'm ever so sorry. So they're 8mm crystal pearls on 925 stud back earrings. I hope you're happy with that bonus there. Then going down to open up your oyster number 7. There's one side and the other side. And in here you have a lemon yellow. And there's no more in that one. You have a lemon yellow, my lovely. Now let me dry him up and hold him up so you can see. Thank you, Whitney. That is correct. And if I pop him on the board for you, he's not a 5, not a 5.5, not a 6, not a 6.5, not a 7, not a 7.5, he's an 8. Beverly, no, you're very, very welcome. You have your cage pendant dip as well, so let's dive into that. I think I've got one there. I have, right at the end. Oh, you have the mask cage pendant. Now, oh, there we go. Because I'm wearing gloves. Let me I've popped your yellow in here for you. And let me hold up this mask so you can have a closer look, and then you can let me know if you'd like to stick or twist. So as you can see, your pearl is there. Then you can see that it's got like the masquerade mask over the eyes. You've then got the feather coming up over the top there. Would you like to stick or twist with the masquerade mask cage pendant? Twist with that one, Beverly. Okay, not a problem. Let me just take your yellow out of there. So with your twist, good luck, and let's dive in. Okay, and you have the Love's Content cage pendant. Now this one can actually hold up to 8 pearls, I believe. I think it's 8. Well, it depends on the size of your pearls, but you can then add them all in. So if you have a look at the website, the Love's Content cage pendant, you can see the full picture with one full, if that makes sense. So here it is. Now it's the same on both sides, this design, and then you can see your pearl is there. I hope you're happy with that. So if you've got any spare pearls at home, if you get any in the future, you can add to that if you would like to. And that's safe on there. Beverly, thank you for the donations of your shells as well. That's safe over there for you, my lovely. Oh, I'm glad you're happy with it, my lovely. Up next is Sean Cummings. Sean, are you here? Of course you did, Samantha. 100%. Did you guess if it was a girl? Sorry, I've got twitchy legs again. I can't seem to get comfy. Beverly, you're very, very welcome. A few, Julie. Sean, hello. You have an oyster off the wall today. Number 9 and donate. Okay. So number 9 also has a sticker. You also have a bonus gift, Sean. So you get to pick, oh sorry for the bouncing, bunny number 1 or 3, or chick number 1 or 2. Bunny number 1 or 3, or chick number 1 or 2. Yay! Bunny number 3. That's this one here. You also have some earrings today. Now they are Swarovski crystal cream earrings, and they're 925 silver. So 925 silver stud back earrings with 8mm cream Swarovski crystal pearls. I hope you're happy with that bonus gift there. So let's go down to open up number 9. There's one side and the other side, and in here you have a darker pearl. Is that another one? No, that's just a tail there. Okay, so you have a darker pearl in here. Let me dry this one off for you. Okay, so you have a darker gunmetal grey. Oh, give me a second, Thank you, Sophie. So this is a darker gunmetal grey. What do you think to this one? So if I pop him on the board, he's not a 5, not a 5.5, not a 6, not a 6.5, not a 7, not a 7.5, not an 8. He's an 8.5. I do hope you're happy with that one as well, Sean. And then you've got that bonus earrings as well. No, Sean, you're very, very welcome. Thank you for the donations with your shells as well. And I've popped that over there for you. Okay, up next then is Mandy Ross. Mandy, are you here? Can you get a hoop on him, Sean? You can. I'll send the invoice over for that tomorrow. Okay, it'll go to the email address on the order form. Got that down for you. I do, Samantha. Off the top of my head, I can't remember, but I do. It's under £1 a pearl, but I just can't remember how much it was. But do pop me an email over if you would like to know. I've got it written down. I've got it on. I just can't remember. I do apologise. Mandy, hello, both you and Gail are here. Hello, on your own Facebooks. That's not a problem. The simple drops are yours. Well, if we do your opening first and then Gail will do yours second, if that's okay. So Mandy, what 2 oysters would you like, and would you like to keep or would you like to donate your shells? Of course, Samantha, that's not a problem. Yeah, pop me an email over and I can do that for you. So Mandy, what 2 oysters would you like, and would you like to keep or would you like to donate your shells? Oh, bless you, Sarah. How come? Mystery and donate. Thank you, Mandy, for commenting on your comment. It did bring it forward. So mystery and donate, are there certain colours that you're hoping for? Number 1 and number 2. Marie, thank you for the stars there. Let me get this open for you. And let's go down. Mandy, is there certain colours that you're hoping for? So your mystery oyster, star, thank you for the stars as well. So in here, there's your mother of pearl, and I can see straight away, look at those, you are twinning with beautiful deep TARDIS blue pearls to start with. here they are in the sand for you. So you've got the deep TARDIS blue pearls to start with there, and then Mandy, moving on to oyster number 2, we have a lighter pop there, and in here there's your mother of pearl, and I can see a bit of a peeper towards the top of the oyster. You have a darker pearl there, and there's no more in that one. Now with this one you have a dark blue as well. So all blues for you, Mandy. What do you think to these? Now if you're happy with these, which ones would you like on your jewellery? And of course if you're not happy, I can swap them for you. So the darker blue is not a 5, not a 5.5, not a 6, not a 6.5, he's a 7. And then blue twin number 1 is not a 5, not a 5.5, not a 6, not a 6.5, not a 7, not a 7.5, not an 8, he's an 8.5. Blue twin number 2 is not a 5, not a 5.5, not a 6, not a 6.5, not a 7, not a 7.5, not an 8, he's an 8.5 as well. Twins on the earrings, Mandy. Perfect. Let me just grab a couple of these out, because then I can pop yours and Gail's names on them so I know whose bag is whose. So this is Mandy's. Okay, so I've got that down for you, Mandy, and I hope you're happy with all of those there. Then you've got your name in with your pearls there. Okay, so Gail, you also have 2 oysters altogether. What 2 oysters would you like, and would you like to keep or would you like to donate your shells? What do you think, Gail? So this is Gail Ross I'm looking for. You've got 2 openings altogether. What 2 oysters would you like? Excuse me. She did, Charlotte. She got 2 sets of twins, another, I want to say another 2 triples and a quad off memory. Mandy, I'm glad you're happy with them. Mystery and donate, Gail. Okay, so is there certain colours that you're hoping for? Number 1 and 2. And let's go down. Okay, so mystery oyster number 1. We have a lighter pop there. And in here, straight away, I can see that you have triples. One's popped out down here, then you've got 2 and 3. And I'm just going to have a squidge here for you, Gail, as well. And there's no more in that one. So you have triples in your first oyster here. Let me just dry them up. You've got an icy blue, a TARDIS blue, and a autumn peach. And then moving on to oyster number 2, we have a light pop there. And in here, there's your mother of pearl, and you are twinning. And you are also twinning with darker TARDIS blue twins. There's no more in that one. Okay, so Gail, what do you think to these? Icy blue, TARDIS blue, autumn peach, and then 2 TARDIS blue twins as well. Now if you're happy with these, I'll need to know which 2 you'd like on your jewellery. And again, if you're not happy, I can swap them for you, okay? So there they all are in the sand. There is a lot of blues tonight so far, and if I pop them on the board, your icy blue is not a 5, not a 5.5, not a 6, not a 6.5, not a 7. He's a 7.5. The TARDIS blue is not a 5, not a 5.5, not a 6, not a 6.5, not a 7, not a 7.5. He's an 8. Your autumn peach is a runner. He's not a 5, not a 5.5, not a 6, not a 6.5, not a 7. He's a 7.5. And then twin number 1 is not a 5, not a 5.5, not a 6, not a 6.5, not a 7, not a 7.5. He's an 8. And twin number 2 is not a 5, not a 5.5, not a 6, not a 6.5, not a 7, not a 7.5. He's an 8 as well. What do you think to those, Gail?